Hey. Hi, it's your girl, Dezzi Pixels, and I help artists find clients and build businesses online. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to find your brand's voice and how you can use brand archetypes to enhance your business. Stay tuned. In today's video, we're going to be answering, what is a human brand persona? What are the different brand archetypes? And how you can decide which archetype fits best for your business. We will take that information next week and use that to craft your brand's primary messages. So let's get started. So brand archetypes are modeled after, and I know I'm gonna say this wrong, the Jungian archetypes. These were universal experiences that us as humans have and show up in a lot of our media and stories. You see these different archetypes appear all the time when you look at narrative structure, and if you even look at the other brands that are out there now, almost every one of them subscribes to almost some form of human brand persona that's based off of archetype. I'll have some examples for you later, and we'll explain more how these archetypes show up in current day businesses. Now, for the next question, what are the 12 archetypes? What are the 12 archetypes? Oh my god, there's so many. So for your brand archetypes, when we're going through this, the main point of developing your brand archetype is to develop a relatable voice for when you're speaking to your audience. By honing in on one of these archetypes, you are talking to the needs of your client. Now, this has been an overall theme in everything that we've been discussing for the last couple weeks. Everything we're doing is to get a better gauge on how to communicate with your audience. And what this part does with the brand archetypes is that it focuses in on very relatable aspects of human culture and just the problems that we find in our life. And it uses this to connect with your client and with your audience so that they can be more receptive and find your information and what you're giving to them more relatable. So, to get to what we're talking about now, there are 12 archetypes that should give you a pretty good idea of what you can use in your brand's business. And again, because I have a terrible memory, we're gonna be reading from my nice handy dandy list on my computer. To get started, we shall say the following archetypes in order. The innocent. The innocent archetype's goal is to be happy. Their traits are to strive for good, to be pure, young, optimistic, simple, moral, romantic, and loyal. Their marketing niches tends to be companies with strong moral values that seems trustworthy. Examples: Dove soap, Coca-Cola, and Cottonelle bathroom tissue. All these examples I pulled off the internet. This is by no means my mental construct. All of what I'm talking about today with archetypes, feel free to either ask me more questions about them if you need more explanations, or a quick Google search to also return these. The next one is the guy or girl next door. This archetype's goal is to be relatable, to connect to the everyday person on a level that they can understand without being too glitzy or overacted, like I am. Their marketing niche tends to be common touch, solid virtues, and sense of belonging. Companies that use this archetype is Home Depot and eBay. Got 'em! Edit! Next is the hero. The hero's goal is to help improve the world. Their traits are courageous, bold, honorable, strong, and confident. Their marketing niche tends to make a positive mark on the world and solve major problems such as systemic stuff and whatnot. Their example niches are, their example companies are Nike, BMW, Duracell. Next, the outlaw. The outlaw's goal is to break the rules. Their traits are being rebellious, iconoclastic, wild, and paving the way for change. Example niches for them are an agent of change, advocating for disenfranchisement, and allowing people to break with convention. Example niches for this are Harley Davidson and Virgin Mobile. Next, the explorer. The explorer's goal is to find fulfillment through discovery and new experiences. Their traits are restless, adventurous, ambitious, individualistic, independent, and pioneering. Their marketing niches include excited, risk-taking, and authentic. Examples are Indiana Jones, Jeep, and Red Bull. The other, and one of my favorites, even though I'm not using it, the creator. The creator's goal is to create something meaningful with enduring value. Their traits are creativity, imagination, being artistic, innovative, and have entrepreneurship and, stuff like that. Their marketing niche is visionary, help customers express or be creative, and foster people's imaginations. Example niches and businesses that use this are Lego and Crayola. The next, the ruler. The ruler's goal is control, to create order from chaos. Their traits are leadership, being responsible, being a role model, and being an administrator. Their market niche includes to help people become more organized, to restore order, and to create stability and security. Good examples of this niche are Microsoft and Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, Mercedes-Benz definitely is gonna take all your money. They're definitely ruling your wallet. Now, one of my actual favorite ones, the magician. The goal of the magician is to make dreams come true, to create something special. Their traits are, again, visionary, charismatic, imaginative, idealistic, and spiritual. Their marketing niche is to help people transform their world, inspire change, and expand their consciousness. Examples of that niche is Disney, Wizard of Oz, Apple, and me. The magician is the one that I like for mine, mainly because I am too much, and if I try to fit into the other ones, it'll become the magician anyway, so here we are. Yes, let's keep going. The next one, the lover. Ooh, this gonna be fun. The goal of the lover is to create intimacy and inspire love. Their traits include passionate, sensual, intimate, romantic, warm, committed, and idealistic. Their marketing niche is to help people appreciate and belong, to feel connected, enjoy intimacy, and build relationships. Examples of this brand archetype is, or are, because I know my grammar sometimes, Victoria's Secret, Godiva Chocolate, and Mary Claire. Next, the caregiver. The goal of the caregiver is to care and protect others. Their traits include caring, being maternal, nurturing, selfless, generous, and compassionate. Their marketing niche is to help people care for themselves, serve the public through healthcare and educational aid programs. Examples of this archetype is, my camera was just like, bitch, you need to clear your storage. Continuing, and examples of their brand archetype in the market is Mother Teresa, Campbell's Chicken Noodle Soup, and Johnson & Johnson. The next one, the Justa. This is like my soft secondary archetype, mainly because I'm a goddamn fool. Their goal is to bring joy to the world. Their traits are fun, having a sense of humor, being lighthearted, mischievous, and irreverent. And being irreverent. I know words. Their marketing niche is to help people have a good time and enjoy what they're doing. Allow people to be more impulsive and spontaneous. Examples of this archetype is Ben & Jerry's, Dollar Shave Club, and Old Spice. Old Spice is mainly the one I think about anytime that I think about this. And the effing last one, the Sage. The Sage's goal is to help the world gain insight. Their traits are being knowledgeable, trusted source of information, and they also give wisdom and guidance. Their marketing niche is to help people to better understand the world and provide practical information and analysis. Examples of this niche are the BBC, PBS, Google, and Philips, from what this example says. Woo! Sweet Jesus. So yeah, that's 12 of them. Don't go back and count. I'm not sure if it's actually 12. I'm really hoping it is after saying all that stuff. These are the 12 base archetypes that we can use to build upon our brand. So after going through all these, I definitely suggest going back through the video, listening to each one again, and then going and doing some research to see which ones fit for your ideal client and for your business. So now, for the next question. How do you decide what brand archetype is best for your brand? Now, this is going to be where you're going to need your work we did in the other weeks. I want you to take both your audience persona guide and your SWOT analysis for the businesses that we talked about last week. For the SWOT analysis, we're going to be looking again at what gaps are in the market, and we're going to look at the profile for your audience persona. What you want to do is to see where your interest, your style of speaking, your brand's personality intersect with the interest and the personality profile of your ideal clients. You want to take those and then go through the archetypes and look and really brainstorm and think about which of these archetypes will most clearly convey your message to your target audience. Now, as an artist, it might be tempting just to pick the creator and be done with it. But again, from what we were talking about last week, your goal is to find your unique position. Every creative person first thinks when they learn about archetypes, oh, well, I'll pick the creator. So you get a lot of creator archetypes already in the market. These are the people who convey that sense of being crafty, have a whole bunch of paintings in the background, who really scream artists when you look at them. Which is cool. It's a look. We've been doing it for years. The problem is that everybody and their mother's husband is doing it. And so you're really going to get lost in the sauce doing something like that. I really want you to get creative. You want to be creative here. See what other archetypes you could use to really hit the people that you're trying to talk about. You want to really go through your audience discovery sheet. You really want to see what your goal is as a creative. What change do you want to put in the world? What is your goal for your business? This will also help with your archetype. However, you really need to remember that archetypes are way more for your client than it is for you. I don't want you just to pick an archetype because you feel your personality or your brand's personality goes with it. Brand archetypes are a marketing and advertising tool, not a personality test. So you're using this more so as a tool to communicate with your audience rather than as a tool of self-expression for you, even though it can be used for that. Now, for next week, it's time for homework. For next week, your homework is, I want you to familiarize yourself with the 12 Brand Archetypes. I want you to do some research. I want you to look at some other YouTube videos. There's some great ones out there, but I want you to get familiar with those. I then want you to see if you can identify what brand archetypes your competitors are already using. I want you to take that and brainstorm some ways you can incorporate yourself in the brand archetypes you see your competitors not using. I want you to do all that, bring it in next week, because next week we're going to be taking all this information and we're going to start crafting your brand's key messages and key points that you want to get across in your advertising and copy. So, thanks for joining me again this week. This has been your girl, the sweaty Dezzi Pixels, and I'm out, bitches. Bye!